Hey yo, family. So, if you haven't watched this Netflix documentary titled What Did Jennifer Do? You're missing out. It's a new Netflix documentary that is out and it leaves you in suspense. The story is so disturbing and unbelievable. It's a documentary about what Jennifer did is an enthralling Netflix documentary that is gonna leave you in suspense. And for those who have already watched this documentary, you know what I'm talking about. The documentary unveils murder, lies, and it is a psychological thriller based on a true story that happened a few years back in Markham, a region in Canada. In a nutshell, let me talk about this real quick. So, there's this Vietnamese family of a father, mother, and a daughter, Jennifer. And the father is called Mr. Pan, the mother is Miss Pan, and the daughter is Jennifer. So they relocated to Canada, and they've been staying and working in Canada for a very long, long time. This family has had a daughter called Jennifer, who was kind of like a disappointment. And a certain night, Jennifer, the daughter, calls 911 emergency, and she starts yelling, crying, "Oh, there's intruders who have broken into the house." And she was yelling. She was telling the police that she's hearing gunshots. And her parents are being shot at, and she was all acting like a victim, and she was all acting like a traumatized victim. Yo, this girl is a very smart criminal. This girl, Jennifer, is a very smart criminal who was the mastermind about everything that transpired. She called 911, and it all seemed like she has also been attacked by these three intruders. And then police arrived at their house at the crime scene, and Jennifer's mother, Miss Pan, was already dead. She was shot about three times by these intruders, gunmen who came and intruded their house, as she says. And on police arriving, there was no any sign of forced entry into the house. The gunmen, the killers, just entered into the house like peacefully, like no people who stay in the house. And Jennifer's dad, Mr. Pan, was not yet dead, but he was shot with severe injuries in the head, and then he was rushed right away to the hospital in ICU, where he was in a coma for some few weeks. And at this point, Jennifer is not aware that her father did not die. So Jennifer was being interviewed by police almost every day. Police asking her to repeat whatever she remembers about the tragic incident. So she starts narrating police everything. Intruders came into the house. There were three men, and they asked her to describe these men, and she was saying some of them, or one of them was black, another one was like a Jamaican man with dreadlocks. But you know what? It was all lies. The Oh my god, Jennifer. So anyway, this girl is so smart. So she made the police believe it were black men who came and attacked them, killed the parents, and left her alive as the only witness, which does not make sense. First of all, um, the mother was shot, the father was shot, nothing happened to Jennifer. She claims that she was tied up by these gunmen who entered the house. And so we are here watching the documentary and wondering, how did Jennifer even manage to make a phone call to the police if she says she was tied up with her hands behind her back? And everything doesn't make sense, but she's trying to build up her lies and making everything seem so real and believable. And it was at first. Jennifer keeps on lying to the police about the gunman, and they ask her everything that transpired. She tells the whole story, and she says the gunman came into the house, and they were asking her parents for money. Yet that's not the story.
Put this in the side that you believe it was in. Great. Turn around so that only you're looking away from me. You're looking exactly like now. Here is where the banister is. Put your hands back behind your back. Okay. Now, and are you restrained from movement? How far can you move your hands from the banister?
He tied my upper arm
Yes.
around the banister,
Yes.
but my hands were bound together.
So your hands bound together, and this is the arm that's wrapped around against the banister. Okay. So now, how can you get to the phone? And how do you make the phone call? 911. And do you talk down like that?
Yes, I'm yelling at the phone like this.
And how can you hear?
I turned the volume on max.
Yes. So that's
So, as Jennifer continued being interviewed by the police, things got more suspicious. How come there's no any harm on her, no beating, no nothing? Why would even killers get into a house, kill parents, and leave the daughter alive? Why would they even leave a witness behind? It could not make sense. The witness was unharmed, and she continued to lie, not knowing that she's dealing with smart investigators. And little did Jennifer know that her lies would unfold at a certain point. So investigations went on. Jennifer was being interviewed for a lot of hours by the police. And then when they asked her how she managed to make a phone call to the police if she claims she was tied up by the killers, and she demonstrated everything to them. So before she demonstrated this to the police, I was like, bingo, they have caught her. They have caught her. And I was also eager like this. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? The girl had a story lined up already for the police to believe in. She had to demonstrate to them how she happened to make a phone call, remove her smartphone out of the pockets behind, and make a phone call to the police. And they asked her how we're even able to hear us talk, like hear the police talk to her and stuff. And then she said, I put the phone on loudspeaker. Things she said were believable about how she managed to make the phone call with the police, and she demonstrated it to them. So I was like, "Mm, this girl is so smart. This girl is so smart." And this is where everything went wrong. So a detective was alerted that Jennifer's father was off oxygen, something of that sort. And then he went over to the hospital and interviewed Jennifer's father. Jennifer's father told the police guy whatever transpired, and it was a whole lot of a different story from Jennifer's, like completely different. And then the police guy was still insisting on asking Mr. Pan, Jennifer's father, about everything. And then he told the policeman, use your police techniques to find out what Jennifer did. Ooh, this changed everything. Everything. Investigations got so serious, and more interviews on Jennifer's side. So after the police had interviewed Jennifer's father at the hospital, investigations got more serious, and little did Jennifer know that the father's interview was going to change everything. The father's interview was completely different from Jennifer's interview, and this got Jennifer into problems. So Jennifer had a boyfriend called Daniel. He's Asian Canadian who is or was a drug dealer because he claims he stopped doing drug dealing and he's now a pizza cook. But Jennifer's parents did not approve of this relationship. They never wanted this Daniel guy for their daughter, and Jennifer did not wanna leave Daniel. Anyway, so they decided to break up, but they remained friends. They could talk every day while Daniel was in another relationship with another girl. So this Daniel guy and Jennifer was willing to do anything to be with Daniel. But her parents were the problem to this relationship. So, what she decided to do, Jennifer asked Daniel to help her out, get her shooters, killers, murderers to get into their house, kill the parents, and then all would be well for her. That was her plan so that she could stay with Daniel for the rest of her life without anyone interfering in their relationship. And by anyone, that's the parents, the mother and the dad. So Daniel lines up three gunmen to help go break in, not even break in, they just entered into their house. And Jennifer's parents were in the house. They were both in the living room, and Jennifer was upstairs, busy communicating with the shooters. So, what happened? Jennifer came to the front door, left it open so that the shooters can come in easily. Then she went back upstairs to her bedroom. She started texting them, VIP access, game time, come on, and those are the kinds of words they were using. These three gunmen entered the house. There was no break-in because she left the door open. So they came, they shot the mother and they shot the father, but uh, and I think they thought that the dad was also dead. Little did they know it didn't do the job very well. So Jennifer knew the killers. It were her friends who came in to kill her parents. And the mission that was supposed to be complete wasn't incomplete because the father did not die. And police had to break into Jennifer's smartphone. They got the contacts, and police found out that this was not the first attempt about Jennifer wanting to kill her parents. The first attempt did not take place. It's this second attempt that took place, and things didn't work out so well for Jennifer. So at this point, when the police found out that Jennifer was the mastermind of planning to kill her parents, she still insisted with the lies, saying how she doesn't know these shooters. Remember, she lied to police that the shooters were black, yet they were not black. It were her white boyfriends. And with time, she finally broke down and told the police the whole truth. She told them everything. She told them why she had to plot for her parents' death. And when police found about her plotting to kill her parents, she was caught, but she started pulling up another lie saying that it's her that was meant to die because she was tired of the world. But then she later said the truth that she wanted her parents dead because they did not want Daniel for her. Yet it's Daniel that she wanted. Jennifer plotted for her parents' death and she pretended to be a traumatized, a hurt victim that survived this attack by shooters, thieves, gunmen. Yet she knew everything. The gunmen were her friends, and her lying to the police, and it all seemed so true and believable. But if Jennifer's father hadn't died, I have a feeling that the police would never find out what happened. They would believe what she said. They would believe that it's three black men who came and attacked them. And thank God the father did not die, and the truth had to reveal itself. Jennifer and her killer friends were sentenced to prison for 25 years. And wow, imagine, how could someone kill people who brought them into this world? How could someone be so evil? How could someone be so heartless and murder people who brought them into this earth? This case is one of a kind. It is so interesting to watch. Like, you watch her get interviewed and you're like, what is she gonna say next? Wow. She was being smart, but at the end, she wasn't smart enough. And that's the evil child Jennifer, who murdered her parents, and yeah, she's still in jail with her killer friends. And for those who watched the Netflix documentary, leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. And for those who haven't watched this documentary, go to Netflix right now and watch that documentary. What did Jennifer do? Anyway, guys, have a wonderful day. See you in the next video. Bye.